So we took the Bissell Crosswave Pet Pro 2306A and put it through all kinds of tests to see how it compared to the original Bissell Crosswave and some of its other competitors. And I have some definite opinions about it. So links in the description and let's get started. The first thing I noticed when unboxing the Crosswave Pet Pro is that other than the color, there isn't too much that's different from the original version. In fact, it's the same machine as the original Crosswave, except that the Pet Pro comes with the pretty useful pet hair strainer, a different type of brush roll, which is supposed to be better at resisting tangles, and it comes with 2 of them instead of just 1. Similarly, it comes with 2 bottles of solution instead of just the 1 on the original. So all pretty useful upgrades, even though they aren't huge changes. The Crosswave Pet Pro is fairly versatile. It can be used as a dry vacuum on both hard floors and carpet, and it's actually really good at pickup on both surfaces as well. Its main use, though, is washing hard floors. Basically, I like to think of it as an electric mop. It can pick up huge, nasty spills, or just be used the way you would a regular mop for routine jobs. It has a button for area rugs, which changes the spin rate of the brush, but honestly, I can't imagine it being too effective on area rugs other than for very surface level cleanings. You basically just fill the clean water tank with warm water and solution up to the indicated lines. You hit the button to turn it on, press the trigger to spray water and soak the brush. Typically, you're going to make a few passes with the trigger pressed, followed by a few passes without the trigger pressed to dry the residue. Alright, so let's jump into the tests. First, I tried a few simple wet tests and found that it did really good and with very little residue, even with only a few passes, so it was pretty good. As I increased the thickness of the spill material, it still picked it up really good, but there did seem to be a little more residue. Nothing that a few more passes wouldn't fix, but it is worth noting. I tried SpaghettiOs for an even thicker spill, and again it was a nearly perfect pickup, but it did increase the number of passes needed to clear the residue. I tried a number of dried-on tests, where I took mainly grape juice and V8 and let them dry to a sticky, hard consistency. We got different results depending on how much material was used and how fast I went. Basically like 15 fast passes with a lot more material, or 3 very slow passes with exactly 1 tablespoon of V8 or grape juice. In general, I'd say it was pretty good, especially considering how stuck on that V8 was. I'm not sure what makes it so sticky, but yeah, the Crosswave got it. Before I get to the negative stuff, I want to quickly hit the real world tests, where I used the Bissell Crosswave to clean actual really dirty spots on our old studio floor, and to deep clean our new studio floor when we moved in, which really needed it. I found it to be pretty effective when used in this way and particularly easy to use and maneuver. So I said at the beginning that I have definite opinions about the Bissell Crosswave, so here's the deal as far as I see it. I think the Bissell Crosswave is really good for normal mopping jobs with very little debris involved. That is not for actual nasty messes. The reason I say that is that the way the Crosswaves are designed, they really require you to clean them after every use if you're using them for big spills. So it's like a zero-sum game. Yes, you can conveniently clean up that spill, but now you have a chore to do. You have to clean your Crosswave. Again, this doesn't really apply to simple mopping jobs. Like when I cleaned up the new studio, it made a lot of dirty water, but I was able to empty the dirty water tank and not even clean the Crosswave since there wasn't really anything that was going to spoil or smell if I just left it as is. But if I either A, cleaned up something like SpaghettiOs, or B, cleaned up a lot of dry particles while wet mopping, I would have to go through the process of cleaning the dirty water tank and filter assembly, which just gets debris in every nook and cranny and takes a while to clean. Ideally, if you had a large kitchen sink with a strainer in the sink, this job would be easier and less messy. I should also mention that the Crosswave does also come with this cleaning tray that you're supposed to fill with water, then put the Crosswave in it and run it for a while, and it cleans the bottom of the unit as well as the brush roll. I did find that this helped to clean the worst of the nasty stuff off the bottom, but it wasn't really good enough for me not to also want to wipe it down if it was something that would spoil or harden if I left it unchecked. Though again, this would be much better if the mess you cleaned was, well, cleaner. So do I like the Bissell Crosswave? Yeah, I do. I think it's incredibly convenient, but only for pure, simple, light mopping jobs. Basically, it's an electric mop, and it's really good at saving time on those light jobs. But I would only use it to pick up nasty spills if I judged that the cleaning of the unit afterwards would be less painful than the cleaning up of the spill by more traditional means. Links in the description for current prices on the Crosswave Pet Pro 2306A, and subscribe to Vacuum Wars if you want to see how the Crosswave does against the Timeco iFloor, which will be the next floor washer we'll be reviewing. Thanks for watching.